Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is John, and today I'm going to help you assemble your portable Procourt basketball system with a 44-inch impact backboard. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your basketball system is listed in the description below. If you've already begun the assembly process and need help with a specific step, check the description below for a timestamp associated with each step. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete the job. You'll need two 3/16 Allen keys, which are included, two 1/2-inch wrenches, a block, a flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips head screwdriver. To make this easier, we're going to use a 1/2-inch socket, a 3/16 hex head socket, a Phillips head bit, a socket adapter, and a drill. You may see us use an impact driver. If you decide to use one as well, be sure not to over torque or over tighten the hardware. Depending on how you decide to fill the base of your system, you'll need a hose connected to a water source or a funnel and 280 pounds of sand. Also, before you get started, it's important that you refer to the safety instructions included with the product to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. Take the pole with the warning label and remove the rivet at the top, making sure the pole on the inside doesn't come out. It may be helpful to use a flathead screwdriver, and you can discard the rivet once it's out. The top pole is the pole inside the pole with the warning label. If they become separated, insert the top of the top pole into the bottom of the middle pole. Slide the top pole out of the top of the middle pole far enough so that it clears this hole. Then add the hardware to that hole. Make sure the crimped end of the top pole is on the opposite side of this small hole at the bottom of the middle pole. Line up the first hole at the top pole with the square hole at the top of the middle pole. Then insert the hardware on the same side as the crimp. Insert the nut into the adjustment knob and then attach it to the bolt. Insert the bottom pole into the middle pole, making sure that the slot at the top of the bottom pole lines up with the hole at the bottom of the middle pole. Place the domed countersunk washer over the hole, then secure it with the hardware. It's normal if it spins freely. Before moving on, make sure you've done the previous steps properly with the crimped end on the opposite side of this hardware and the knob on the same side as this hardware. We're going to seat the poles together by striking the bottom end on a piece of scrap wood or cardboard 5 or 6 times. You're going to need to use some force, so be careful not to hit your toes. It's crucial that you complete this step properly, otherwise your poles could separate during use, causing serious injury or property damage. The pole braces are the same. They have an angled end and a flat end. Attach the flat end to this hole on the base, making sure the angled end is oriented like this. Only finger tighten this hardware for now. Repeat the previous step on the opposite side, making sure the angled end of the pole brace is oriented like this. With the pole oriented like this, with the adjustment knob on top, insert the long axle into the bottom hole, then the short axle into the hole directly above, then add a wheel to each side of the long axle, followed by the spacers. Place the long axle into these notches on the underside of the base. Then step on the base until you hit the long axle click into place. Rotate the pole up until the small axle clicks into these notches. Secure the angle end of the pole braces to this hole with the hardware. If the bolt seems too short in this step, just add the nut and it will reach the bolt inside the pole. Lay the assembly on the ground and don't stand it back up until there's proper weight in the base. Now you can tighten the hardware at the other end of the pole braces. Lay the backboard brackets out like this and place the U-bolt into this hole, making sure it rests in the notches. Place the top bolt in between the backboard brackets, line up the holes, and secure with the hardware. To make the next steps easier, we've rotated the base. Place the rim support channel over these holes oriented like this. Place the backboard onto the brackets, making sure the U-bolt goes into these holes and the channel goes into this cutout. Place the rim into this cutout, making sure the U-bolt goes into these holes. Add a washer to each U-bolt and add the nuts, but only finger tighten for now. On the lower holes, insert the bolt with the washer and secure with the nut on the backside. Bend the backboard brackets so that this hole lines up with this hole. These brackets are designed to be bent by hand. Now insert a bolt into the bracket and backboard. Place the T-nut into the recess on the front of the backboard oriented like this. As you tighten the bolt on the back, the recess will hold the T-nut in place. Now tighten the hardware on the rim. Now you need to fill the base of your system. You can scan the QR code that came with your product for a digital version of the assembly manual, or you can click on this link here to see a video on how to properly fill the base of your system. We've already filled the base of this system, so we're going to move on to the next step. Attach the long loops on the net to the hooks on the rim. To adjust the height of the system, start by laying it down and placing the rim on something soft so it doesn't get scratched. Loosen the adjustment knob on the back and then remove the bolt. Extend the backboard to your desired height, line up the holes, and then reinsert the hardware. Be careful while you do this to not scratch the rim. When it comes to moving the system, stand in front of it and lean it towards you until it's balanced on its wheels, then push or pull until you have it where you want it. To avoid damaging the base, make sure to lower it slowly. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime portable Procourt basketball system with a 44-inch impact backboard. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our customer service team and check out our other awesome products at lifetime.com.